Hey guys, okay, the feedback of the Moji Toolbar 12 has been awesome. People are really loving what the Code de Vars does, and they love the fact that mass moves so much faster, ridiculously fast compared to before, just 100 times faster. And uniques, you get a much better level of uniques. This has been helping Moji HTML runs and Moji WordPress runs. You can crank them out faster than ever with a lot less effort. And so guys asked me to do a real quick surmise of where the Moji system is today. Just a rapid review of the benefits and showing how the run goes. Just a real quick, sloppy, step-by-step, how does it look in a nutshell? What are those steps? Okay, no problem. So let me start by explaining the benefits in a nutshell. Okay, if you want to go promoting anything, it's a page that someone else has, then you want to make sure to make changes to the page that benefit you very, very often. For example, if this were a ClickBank affiliate link, if I just go taking a bunch of ClickBank affiliate links and I just promote them aggressively, I could wind up in a situation like this network marketer I met one day who'd been in the business 20 years and he was broke. And yet, he'd gone to Cancun with his family and stuff. He'd made money here and there, but at the end of 20 years, he was basically broke. And the question is, why? And the answer is he was never capturing his own leads. Okay, he always took a link like this to some program and he went promoting it aggressively for his cut of money, but he never captured leads, and so it was a mistake. He always just passed the lead straight through. If you're promoting a ClickBank affiliate link, that's the exact same thing unless you create your own splash pages where you get people to sign up to your newsletter before you pass them through. And what else can you do with your own pages? You can put AdSense streams on them. If you want to try out a different video, you can do that. If you want to rotate between different videos and see which ones kick the best, you can do that. There's so many reasons for that. If you're promoting a particular business, you can like for your boss, say, or for a friend, you can geo-target the business to all these cities, and there are things that you can do that way that make your pages come up more often on the front page of Google just because you made changes to the pages. ClickBank affiliate links and affiliate programs and copies of pages by themselves don't get a lot of backing in Google, and that's a problem. And also, of course, if you just have one page, then you're limited to just a handful of keyword combinations where you can show up. I can't just throw everything I want on this page. There's no keyword density, right? And when most people create ClickBank affiliate programs, they're not trying to build their pages for keyword density anyway. They're letting the market page actively promote that stuff. You're not going to get any backing on Google that way. But you can get backing if you take the pages down, keyword optimize it according to the rules that we have here on this quick on-page SEO checklist. 3 documents here, you want to read them? Complete with the keyword research, and that way you can take the keyword research to get the right keywords, set up your website, and set up your page so that you wind up with thousands of pages that are keyword optimized. Very big deal. So there are a lot of reasons for creating your own web pages quickly, and if you have even just one domain, you can put up a folder for every new project you can create, and you can wind up with hundreds of projects following behind you. Every little thing you want to offer, you create a Moji run on one thing, put it in one folder, another thing, put it in another folder. Just keyword optimize those folders and just have thousands of pages for each thing you want. And that way you've got all these little income streams all over the internet adding up and filling in, and you just get chunk cash that way, and this stuff sticks around. So you can have your AdSense streams on those pages. If you're going to put it on, why not put it on? That's thousands of pages you're creating. You're going to wind up with AdSense streams on thousands of pages. That's thousands of chances to get clicks on those AdSense streams. If you're going to have a newsletter on your page, do that, because then you wind up with a newsletter on thousands of pages. If you get a visitor per month to each page and you're getting thousands of visitors and 5% sign up to your newsletter, that's awesome. You wind up with all these people flowing in from all these different projects you can create. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 50. That's what guys do. They just build them up, do a new project every day and throw it into their mix. And then don't erase the old ones unless they just don't sell anymore. But if they're still there, leave them. You can create something now with thousands of pages that you leave in one folder active and running and live on the internet for 2 years. And then the next day you create another one, the next day you create another one, as often as you feel like it. And you just wind up with this massive set of stuff in your portfolio to sell. That just follow you. Heck, there are programs like this today, just to show you another one, audiogenerator.com. I think that's it, and it might be without a dash. Let me just point it out real fast. This guy right here, he says you are about to discover a hot new technology. And what is it? It's using audio boxes like this on your website. That's no hot new technology. But then again, he put this page up years and years ago. Has he ever taken it down? No. Does he still get sales off of it now? Probably. And what is this? This is probably just one folder in a domain somewhere with 1,000 things he's got promoting next to each other that's got its own URL pointed at it. That's it. $10 URL. This thing's been sitting here for years. Next other stuff he sells has been sitting there for years. Huge income streams. How do you think a guy gets rich? He just sets up all this stuff to attract where the market's going. He wants to attract guys looking for audio generators, video generators, guys looking for Forex software, guys looking for weight loss pills. And he just sets up all these programs and runs them next to each other. Builds up his repertoire of programs and just has them all running all the time. All right, so you get the point? That's it, okay? That's why we do Moji in the first place. Let me just show you. Say this was my website here. I want to make my own short page that pitches this big page. Just down and dirty, the fastest way I can do it. Just walking through the steps here of how fast this is. Let's say I'm going to create a new folder project for this thing. Go in here. I'm going to save it. I want to save it as a complete web page so I can move the images to my own website. Alright, so far this is what you would know to do anyway normally as an affiliate marketer without the Moji, so that you can actually create your own stuff on your own sites. Okay, background's broken. So if I go in here, yep, I got the background back.gif. So let me fix that link. Edit, find, BAK dot, there it is. And so I need to fix the link. It's base files, not tfan files, so BASE underscore. All right, let me see how that looks. Boom. And there we have it. Okay, that's very good. Now I need to move the images up to a website. And again, this is normal internet marketing stuff. And so I find my domain where I'm putting all of my projects. And that's how it would be in your case. If you're an affiliate marketer, every one of these folders, for example, you know, a couple just are there for different reasons, but every one of these folders is all your different pitches. Like I said, with Armin Morin, one of his folders could be audiogenerator.com. And it's just sitting there with who knows how many pages he might have on that website. That might be it, or that might be it, or that might be it. And he's got all these other projects too. Okay, and he just keeps building them up one at a time. So let me build one. TFan affiliates. Okay, that's my pitch, my keyword combination, my angle, what it is that I'm trying to promote right now. TFan affiliates. And so let me get in my project. Let me upload those images. And now that's up. I want this page to read those images, not these. So I want to break this link, rename, stick a 2. And then once I break it, the page will look bad. That way I can make sure I connect it up properly. All right, looks like garbage. Let me get it fixed. Edit. I'm going to replace every instance of base files. Control C, Control H, Control V. And I want to put get it right, the full path. MOWG.com, TFan affiliates, base files, and replace all. And there we have it. Okay, so everything is reading correctly online, so I can go ahead and get rid of this side folder now. I don't need it anymore. Let me get rid of that. Now what do I need to do? I need to do my MOWG thing. Basically, where would you be right now if you were just a regular affiliate marketer? What would you normally do? You would upload this page, rename it to index, rename so that it shows up as the main page in that folder. And then that way, whenever you come to moji-crew.com/tfan affiliates, that is that particular project, which I can point a domain name at. I might get tfan-affiliates.com and point it at this whole link. So I have that. And then when I land there, there it is. There's my page. And so I've done whatever I've done with it to get it going on. But it's still a copy of another page. I want to rewrite through it a little bit. You know, I want to change the wording around on it. And I want to get my own newsletter, my own AdSense, my own, click to see our other great offers and stuff like that, right? That would be the idea. And so I'd upload that and I'd have it done, but it would still only be one page. And so let's take a little extra time to get this thing really, really nice. So let's create thousands of pages. So I'm going to take this thing right now and I'm going to edit it. Let me just open it with an editor. I'm going to use Dreamweaver in my case. You can use whatever you want. There's thousands of free editors online. Now let me see, this thing was pointing at the final page, but I need my little landing pages to point, you know, in my newsletter, whatever. And so I might need this to be a different link. And so I'm just going to say, okay, I want the small page pointed at the big page. Oops. Or I want to, let me just snatch that. Or I want to point it, you know, at my, you know, get people to sign up to my newsletter, whatever it is. Okay. And so I'm making changes. That's the point. Now let me see. I want to keep this to tease people to read the big page, but I want to get rid of the big stuff. I want them to not be faced with these huge paragraphs. I just want a landing page. All right, let me see. And I'm going to make this one black. Okay. And you can do all of this in Notepad, actually, if you know enough HTML, basic HTML, to understand what you're doing. But you don't need to. Go get a free HTML editor real quick. If you go to Google and you do a search for free HTML editor, okay, if you need one. I mean, there's editors all over the place that are free, so check them all out. All right, some are glitchy, some are good. What can you say? I don't have any recommendations because I use Dreamweaver. I like Dreamweaver. Bought it once years ago. It served me ever since. Okay, and because this is a small project, I basically don't want anything else. Maybe I would leave some wording in. Maybe I wouldn't. And let's just say I want to take all this out. Boom. And I want to get rid of that. Boom. Now let's just say I'm done with it. Okay, because I'm just trying to show you, you know, how easy this is, generally speaking. And so let me just come down here and get rid of some blank paragraphs. Right, there's a blank paragraph. Here's another blank paragraph right there. And that way I get it to look like that. And maybe that's exactly the way I wanted it. Save. Okay, fine. I'm done with that. All right, so what do I do now? Copy. Paste. I need to make a version of this that I want to open in Excel. So I'm going to make this a .csv, base.csv. Yes, HTML is really just a text page, and so is CSV. So these extensions are compatible. HTML just means use browser rules. CSV just means use Excel rules. But underneath it all, it's the same text page. If you open either one of these with Notepad, you know, then there it is. It's the exact same thing. It's just that this applies browser rules and this applies Excel rules. All right, I'm just going to do it. Code devars, done. Wow, gonna get the thesaurus run on it. And let's pretend I did the job with the words the right way. Okay, and I didn't. And then what am I gonna do? Header generator. And of course I'm being sloppy about it. You can learn how to do this right inside the training, right? I'm just showing you how fast this really works. So let me get back to my folder, create a new text document, another one called done. Guess what that means? That means that we're done with the coding, right? Paste. So let me replace these line breaks that are caused by the columns in Excel. Control V. I'm just going to replace it with a space. Okay, that's easy. You know, you can highlight anything, copy it, edit, replace, and paste it, and that's a breeze. As a matter of fact, if you want to just see that, it's like this. I want to replace that, so I'm going to copy. That's what I'm going to replace, edit, replace. I'm going to paste it in there, right? And then I'm going to replace it with what? A space. See? All right. Now I know that I got my coding off just a little bit. There's some mistakes in the coding. But in the meantime, let me see. I can go ahead and get rid of this now. I moved the stuff. All right. So I'm going to delete this. Bam. Just shift cells up. All right. It's deleted. Let me remove the SSSs. Okay. And in the training for the toolbar, we cover all the little stuff. Let me just make some quick changes real fast that you would know about from the training. It's just stupid simple, but it overrode a couple of things that we just got to write back. And that's these style tags, things like that. Right to the end, And we can tell because on this page, that's what got messed up. It's a style, and then it's got some vars where it shouldn't. This is a command. It should be static. And it goes right down to the end of style, and then the meta name generator picks up and it looks fine. You know, it's just doing eyeball comparison, and you can tell what got thrown off and what didn't. It's very simple because it'll be flagrantly obvious. See how the URL has all the spaces in it and vars stuck in it? That should be a clue. But anyway, it's really simple. You just got to know what you're looking at, and that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to replace it back to what it should be. Paste. And then finally, let me go down here. Oh, and on the WP3 system, for guys who get the WP3, you don't even have to try to figure this stuff out. That's already beat on the WP3 system. Copy. And that's where the coding got thrown off too. It's a script tag. So let me see right down here where it says start to end. I'm just going to replace it again. Bam. Paste. Okay, that's done. That's corrected. The coding is correct now. Where are we at? Let me rename this thing to a .html. Okay. See where we're at. Ooh, everything is just about done. I can do some simple touch-up. You know, see how I get some spacing in here? That's a breeze. I can pull that back. I can do it manually or I can do it automatically. And then some other things I don't trust, like I'll bet that's not a real ellipsis. I'll bet it's a font formatted one, and so I want to fix that real quick just by overriding it. Quick and easy. How do you do it? Edit. Let's make some fast changes. Edit, replace. I'm going to replace something like this, where you see space, comma, space, 000, you know, just something like that. I'm going to fix that. Okay, Control C, Control V, and just make it a comma 000. Now you can just fix this stuff manually, like this. Watch this. Just go in here and fix it. Okay, same thing with question marks, same things with periods, all these things you can just fix on your own. Ellipsis, just take it back and go ... right? Like that. Piece of cake. With the exclamation point, just pull it in, because there shouldn't be a space before it is the idea, or it just looks a little funny, right? With a colon, just pull it in. And what are we doing up here? We're just doing it in case there are like several instances at once. Space, period, space should really just be a period space. There shouldn't be a space right before a period. Space, comma, space should really be a comma space. Replace all. Simple stuff. Clean up. Now let me see. Save. Let me see how that looks. Okay, much closer. I got a couple other things to fix up on the page, and it's going to be great. And also, I don't trust this apostrophe, so I want to replace that too. Just the last couple changes, and I'll be done with this. Edit, replace. I'm going to replace that apostrophe with just a regular apostrophe, because otherwise these can be non-readable characters, you know. And you just have to go fix it. All right, let me change, you know, these parentheses, right? And then what else? Question mark. Okay. And exclamation point. So here we go. Edit, replace, space, exclamation point, space, with an exclamation point, space. Hey, anytime this seems like it's too much work, remember that you're literally creating, you know, thousands of web pages, right? And when you break it down, it's just seconds per web page. You know, really, you could walk in the house at 5 p.m. and walk out, and your buddies asked you what you did, and you said, I just created 5,000 web pages for my website, whatever it is. Okay, last one I want to get that I haven't touched yet. I want to make sure I get that, and then I'll be done. Edit, replace, boom, with a boom, 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 regular ellipsis. Replace all. All right, I'm done. I got this thing right. Okay, and that's it. So all of these inserts now, how do we deal with that? We do the rest of the job real quick. Okay, and here's how we do that. This is a CSV file. Well, I want to be running mass and uniques, and CSV files only keep one tab. Well, I want several tabs, so I better save this thing as an XLS file. Just real quick. Boom. Okay, and then let me just get rid of the old CSV file. XLS. Okay, here we go. Now what? Now I'm there. I can look for some silly characters that I would have missed, like French characters and things like that, like right here, matter of fact. that right there. Now, if I was doing this correctly, I would not be including that because I would have hand typed and checked through these things. Don't include any characters that aren't English, okay? Because that's not okay. Another one is like elite with an LITE on the end, or LIT even. Let me just go with that. Make sure I get the right E. Find all, and just make sure I don't have one in here, and I don't. All right, piece of cake. Save. All right, that's done. What do I do now? I create the rest of it. Let me see. Mess. How many results do I want? Let's just do 10,000 for this simple example here.